Good morning. Just sorting out the jumper and the rain mat, which I'm prepared for with the rain. So anyway, just jumping on today, and thought I'd touch on fasting, and whether you should exercise in the morning or the evening. What's better? What burns more calories? Now, in this conversation we had, they asked, will you burn more calories in the morning if I do exercise? Because I'll be doing fasting. You might do, and you might not. Here's the reasons why. You might do because maybe you're more likely to actually do it. And I say that because sometimes having to make less decisions in the morning means you use less willpower. For example, if you're really busy and you're doing fasting and that works for you, so you don't have breakfast, it's one less decision you have to make. If it's one less decision you have to make, you're more likely to do the things that you need to do with the other places because you're using less willpower. You don't have to decide how much do I eat, what do I eat, what time do I eat. So you might just be more likely to do it, which means you'll burn more calories. And if you get it done then, because I'm personally much better in the morning because there's less opportunity for me to think about it. Because whenever we say the words think about it, it often means we're about to weigh up positives and negatives. And obviously this is an important skill in survival. And sometimes there's a time and a place where you do want to consider the negatives of something. But when it comes to exercise, sometimes we don't need much. So when we go into the think about it mode, we go straight into, but what about if I can't do it my best? What about if it's a bit of a rubbish workout? What about if I've only got 15 minutes? What about if I don't do it properly? What about if I don't do it right? What about if I'm achy the next day? What about, we always go into that mode rather than, what about if I've got more energy? What about if I feel better? What about if I feel fitter? What about if this time next year, if I carry on with these habits, I'll be fitting back into those clothes that I want to wear? I'll have a pile of clothes ready for the charity shop. Whatever it is, we never think about the things we'll be able to do. Climb those stairs without getting out of breath. Do a video whilst holding a heavy bag and a tripod, which hopefully hasn't fallen out, without getting out of breath. Whatever it is, we sometimes fail to consider that when we go into, I'll think about it. Anyway, I digress. Back to fasting. So then consider the other way. Let's say you're doing fasting and then in the evening you work out now. So you're going to work out in the evening. You might be better fed, if you like. You might be in a more energetic state then because you've got more calories in you and you're not thinking about food. Therefore, you feel like you have more energy and you go for it a bit more and you burn more calories. But if I'm perfectly honest, it doesn't really matter, just that you get it done. And that's always going to be the main thing. But the correct decision to you will depend on, if your goal is fat loss or weight loss or inch loss, I would say choose the option that helps your hunger the most. So for me, you can see this two ways. If you get up in the morning, I'm actually not that hungry anyway, so I can happily sit with a coffee and get my work done and stuff like that. And I could just go and leave it at least a little bit until breakfast or brunch. Take the evening, for example. If I exercise in the evening, and I know a lot of the ladies have said this, I'm actually less likely to be hungry, like for that picking time. You start to pick, you start to look what's in the fridge, the kitchen, late at night. And a few of the ladies have said, I think it's not just the exercise and the nutrition I'm doing purposely, it's actually that I'm exercising in the evening, which means it takes a bit of time at my evening where I'd normally just be like, am I hungry? The exercise is helping my hunger, so I pick less. And the result of that, calorie deficit, fat loss. So, I hope that helps. And fasting is a strategy to make fewer decisions, create a calorie deficit, but it's not for everyone. If you struggle with binge eating, comfort eating, I tend not to recommend it. Because I think getting better meals in is crucial to managing your hunger, so you're not letting yourself getting really, really hungry. Especially if you struggle to control your environment. Morning, Joss. Struggle to control your environment. And what I mean by that, I don't mean that in a, I can't control my environment, but sometimes in your household, people will bring foods in. In an office, it's cake on a Monday, it's someone's birthday on a Tuesday, Wednesday's hump day, so you eat cake. Thursday, it's been a day since someone's brought in cake. Friday's Friday. Then before you know it, it's like, oh, it's cake every day. So, I hope that helps. I've gone past Specsavers, which I normally use as my measure to wrap up. Otherwise, I'm chattering away and I'm crossing the road with a phone in my hand, which probably isn't good. Far too many posts on here, though. I'm probably going to hit one day. Anyway, have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. Off to morning session. No floor, knee friendly, no squat. Yeah, sounds like a gluten-free vegan. No added sugar, no yeast, no flour cake, but better. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Take care.